Enjoyed that first song and
the surprise appearance of me on the screen.
All right, I haven't done it yet, so here we go. That was just a little warm-up. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday, 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man, he's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. You are, aren't you? And you've got us feeling all right. Let me hear from you. Now John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke, or he'll light up your smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. He said, John, I believe this is killing me, as a smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Paul, he's a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. And he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. Oh, and the waitress is practicing politics as the businessmen, they slowly get stoned. Oh, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. It's a pretty good crowd for a Sunday. And the Maddie, she gives me a smile. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? 38 years of marriage has done nothing to deter that smile. Cause she knows
That it's she.
She knows.
Oh,
she knows. Yes, oh, she knows right deep down in her heart, ladies and gentlemen, right down deep in a place that she knows that more than anything else, that on a Sunday night, she knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. Oh, and the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer, and they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing it with now. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Let me hear it across England. Sing us a song tonight across Wales. 'Cause we're all in the mood for a man. There's nobody in Wales listening, I'm just saying that. 'Cause no one... Well, I've forgotten it. What's what?
I don't know where you got to.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man. That will do. Sing it, sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Just in case you think it's saying anything, you see, I'm trying to stop.
No, I know what you're trying to do.
This is 38 years. We've been married 38 years on September the 4th, which is on Thursday. And I'll be working towards the album,
really.
towards the new album. We'll be doing pre-production, and for your album, the People's album. And I thought you might as well know as we're planning this, trying to get them all done, and there will be winners and losers. We said this, and they're going to
But there's always a second.
But
one
there's
coming.
the second one coming. So we're going to be able to do 25 songs in total, 13 on the first and 12 on the second. And on this one, I'm going to do some of the songs that we're going to do, and a couple of new ones that you've not heard. Well, it's a bank holiday here in England, not in Scotland, I don't believe. I think you're all working or whatever. But we're in England, I think, and in Wales, I think it's a bank holiday. So I hope you're having a lovely bank holiday.
It's a bit cold.
It's
they've got their
freezing.
jumpers, they're heating on, they've got their hot chocolate.
It's ridiculous.
All very difficult.
It really is, actually. It's the kind of thing that you think, this is, when we were all, everybody was at work.
It's the coldest bank holiday in 50 years, apparently.
If you're joking.
Oh, no.
Is it going to be
Coldest
the
bank
same
holiday
tomorrow?
in 50 years.
Same tomorrow?
About the same, I think.
And for you out there.
There is someone listening in Wales, so...
Yeah. Where are they from?
Is that Gareth?
No, I don't think so. I don't think Gareth is around there, is he? Around? Gareth, if it is...
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out. Now, come on, tell us where you are in Wales, because I am convinced, you see. I was speaking to my friend from Llanelli. We were watching the Scarlets play yesterday against the Dragons, because I'm a rugby
Oh, yes,
fan.
it was Gareth yesterday who said, don't diss the Dragons.
All right, don't diss
the Dragons.
Anyway, the Scarlets are what I was going for. And who is it? Has anybody written in?
In Cardiff.
Cardiff! Oh, Cardiff! They always say, where you from? I'm from Cardiff. It's right out there.
Still looking.
Is he?
David and Pamela Moon.
Moon from?
Cardiff.
Hello, David and Pamela
And Miriam
Moon.
Davis. Oi, we're listening in Wales.
Oh, well, the two of you. There are three of you now. It's a positive flood of Welsh people. Well, the last time we did a concert in Cardiff not long ago, and that was the first time I'd done a concert in Cardiff since I was with the Welsh National Opera doing the Barber of Seville. That was a long time ago. So invite us back when we start doing the tour, which we hope we will, and we're starting to get ideas about what we can do. Anyway, I just wanted to sing the song that you might know the tune, and it'll be kind of nice and easy listen tonight. I meant to do this last week. Is wide, I cannot get home, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I. Oh, love is handsome, and love is fine, and love's a jewel, while first it's new, but love grows old and waxes cold and fades away like morning dew. A ship there is, and she sails the sea. She's loaded deep, as deep can be, but not so deep as the love I mean. I know not if I sink or swim. the water is wide. I cannot get home, and neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that will carry two, and both shall row. My love and I love the tune, and I used to sing a song I recorded on our very first album that's not available anymore, and I did it on BBC Songs of Praise, actually in Oberammergau, and the words were put to this one. When I survey the wondrous cross on which the Prince of Glory died, my riches gain I can't but loss, and pour contempt on all his pride. See from his head, his hands, his feet, sorrow and love flow mingled down. Did such love and sorrow meet of thorns compose, so rich a crown, and forbid it, Lord, that I should boast, save in the death of Christ my God. All the vain things that charm me most, I sacrifice them to his blood, worth a whole realm of nature mine, that were an offering far too small, lost so amazing, so divine, demands my soul, my life, my all, demands my soul, my life, my all. Now, as you probably have worked out, I wasn't planning to do that.
No, but that was beautiful, really beautiful.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I love that. I love the tune anyway, but I love the folk song. But I also, for me, When I Survey is just the most perfectly written hymn that just says the whole lot, all in 4 verses.
It does in
so
4 verses.
So beautifully.
Well, that was anyway 21 minutes in.
Off-piste already.
Off-piste.
Yeah, that's the second song done.
Yeah.
Hey, we
That's
don't care.
Is that
do we,
2
folks?
songs? Is that all we're done?
We don't.
Right.
We don't care.
Now, tonight is a very different night because we've got no special guests. We had a lovely time with Sue Rinaldi. You were very welcome
And she's
to
with us
our
again
last...
tonight. Hello, Sue.
Oh, hello, Sue.
Hello, Sue. We
Hello,
loved having you
Susie.
last week.
Susie Rinaldi. I don't think you're known as
She's not a
Susie, are you,
Susie.
really?
She's not a
So from
Susie.
now on, I'm going to call you Susie.
She'll probably call
Just
you
because of
Jono.
that, all right?
She'll call you
Jono.
Jono.
No, you will die with Jono. Jono.
You don't
Only
know
one
Jono.
person calls me Jono, and that is Lucas in
Yeah.
Australia.
No one else is allowed
And the
to call
reason,
him.
the reason he does that is because I can't catch him because he's in Australia. That's the only other reason. Right. What?
Can I
What?
just say, welcome to everyone who has not joined us before. We are delighted that
nice
you're
to see
here.
you.
Thank you so much for coming, and it's fantastic to have you all here.
Yeah, and we welcome everybody in. And this is a community for people who are people of faith, people of not of faith. You are welcome in this community. Whatever you believe, you can come on in, okay? You sit in, and you're as much part and welcome to this community. And you come into our front lounge here, front study.
room.
And it's filled with cameras and lights and everything else, and a camera
And I don't
here.
know how we get you all in.
I
but
don't know how
do
you get
every
we
week,
get you
so
in, and
thank
there are
you.
people. I think there were tickets that were issued for the Royal Box, and
Yes,
and
absolutely.
I think Rachel and Claire are taking their job very seriously,
Yes, absolutely.
and they're doing some great work out there. Some great work on the streaming, which is, believe me, has taken some time to get settled. Now I'm going to do a little song for my wife. It is a bit more of a kind of a settled, quiet night tonight.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. This is settled and quiet.
Settled and
Okay. And for those of you who don't know, who've never been along, and we welcome especially people from Wales. I had no idea.
There's lots from Wales.
You know,
Lots
and
from
I
Wales.
would say if Stephen is watching, all right, it's from Guildford, but he feels estranged. He feels like nobody is from Wales here down here, and that's because they're not. They're mainly over the bridge, you see. And anyway, you shout out to him, and you wave at him, and you say, "Hello, Stephen." Stephen Powell, his name is, all right. And if he's watching, hello, Stephen. And I said to him, "Do you want a song?" And he said, "Oh, I don't know, anything really." Now, Stephen used to come and do my shows with me before Sue did, and went all over the country. And I always used to introduce, I said, "Look, at the back, if you're buying the CDs, I said, if you go to the back, he's Welsh and he doesn't speak any English at all. So if you go to
So wicked.
So if you go to him, just go up there, speak very slowly. And you know what's lovely? They all did.
And of course, he couldn't say anything.
And he couldn't say anything. So they spoke very quiet. Anyway, here we go. This song, Sue put on the sheet here. This is the sheet here, right? This is the...
That's the work of
That's
fiction,
the work
folks.
of fiction. That is the thing. But I've stuck to it. I've kind of stuck to it. And she's put, "Don't Take Your Love." Now, this is by Neil Sedaka. And she always loved this version. And she put in brackets, "our anniversary," which is Thursday. So she's asked me if I would sing this song. And it's an old Neil Sedaka. And we love Neil Sedaka. And she didn't find many other people who loved Neil
No,
Sedaka.
I knew that he was the one for me because actually I really liked this song.
Yeah.
And I hadn't met anyone else who really liked it. And then suddenly this young man played it, and I thought, oh, he
And I
likes
used to
it
play this. I used to play this in in the bars, in the
did?
hotels and things like that. I played in the 1920s. You tell me that you're leaving. No, I can't believe it's true. Girl, there's just no living without you. Don't take your love away from me. Don't you leave my heart in misery. 'Cause if you go, then I'll be blue. Breaking up is hard to do. Remember when you held me tight and you kissed me all through the night. Think of all that we've been through. Breaking up is hard to do. They say that breaking up is hard to do. Now I know that it's true. Don't say this is the end instead of breaking up. I wish that we were making up again. I beg of you, oh, don't say goodbye. Can't we give our love just one more try? Come on, baby, let's start anew. 'Cause breaking up is hard to do. Oh, breaking up is oh so hard to do. Okay, so we won't break up then.
Okay,
Not tonight.
I'll give you just one more try.
Just one more try.
Just one more try.
One more try.
Thank
That's
you.
for my lovely wife
Thank
Sue.
you.
38 years. It is
you.
38 years, isn't
It
it?
is
1982.
38.
That's right.
1982 we got married.
Yeah, I must really get a card.
Don't bother. That will do. That will
Sorry?
do. The song will do.
The song will do. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Do you want a flower?
Nah.
Nothing?
Nah.
There's
Song
some
will
flowers
do.
I can nick from somebody else's garden. I'm sure. Well, how you all doing out there on these in these tricky days? Some people are opening up, some people aren't. Some people I've been to visit, and some people are frightened to go out, and some people actually are going out and not frightened at all. And some people might be foolhardy in some people's eyes, and other people are still, in a sense, shielding. So, and you may not be
And
well.
some people might be facing an increased lockdown.
Yeah.
So I know Pat Aldridge, you were concerned about that, and that's what's likely to happen in the
Really?
Birmingham area. Yeah, lots of areas are sort of teetering on the brink of another lockdown, which is
And
hard.
where are they? Where's
Pat's in Birmingham area.
in Birmingham again? And Pat, we send out big love to you in this community. One of the things about this thing that has taken us all over, because remember how this started.
What, this, as in JV and Live in the Steinway room?
JV and then Live in the Steinway. And this turned out to be JV
As opposed to JV Dead in the
and
Steinway room.
SV. Would you stop with the
I'm sorry.
gags? Just
I'm sorry.
stop. Let
I'm
me
sorry.
do the gags.
Can I just say, I'm just entertaining Heather because she likes it when you and I have a little chat.
Oh,
together.
does she?
She does.
Okay, all right, Heather. I'm glad that you're amused. All right.
Hi, Heather.
Now, Sue, remind us how this started for people who don't remember how this started.
This was 21 weeks ago. It was
This
the
is number
day
22,
that
isn't it?
I think so. This was the day that the Queen made a broadcast to the nation about the lockdown,
Yes. Remember that.
basically we'd done our last concert on the 16th of March, and obviously, sadly, as a lot of people were noticing, actually, a lot of people were commenting on the fact that we were having to cancel dates that we had booked, which I have found so hard because I do not like cancelling dates that we have put in the diary. So it was all very hard to be cancelling them all and rescheduling them. Anyway, basically we needed to keep Jonathan occupied because the idea of Jonathan having nothing to do in lockdown was a pretty scary thing. So we started off doing songs.
Some songs.
Because I thought, what can we do to help people who are in lockdown? What is it that we can bring? And the one thing that I thought we could bring was that Jonathan could lighten people's days and evenings. And so we started recording a few songs, putting them out on Facebook, and they went very well. And then someone said, well, have you thought about streaming? And I said, well, yes, I have thought about streaming a concert, but just the two of us, it's not very easy. So we asked for help, and that's when Rachel and Claire stepped in. And that was, 22 weeks ago?
This is number 22.
Number 22.
This is shown. And some of you have been with us from the beginning.
And from that very beginning, we have had the most incredible bunch of people joining us each week. More and more join us. And for those of you who've managed every single one, that's wonderful. For those of you who haven't, that doesn't matter. We love you anyway, and we're grateful for you joining us.
And we would like, and it's a fellowship of international people. What you're doing is you're joining hands with people across the world. We counted 27 different countries, and then across the whole of the UK. And it's really important that we grab hold of this. Suddenly we've been given a responsibility of being a community. And being a community means a responsibility that is beyond just, let's just tune in on a Sunday night and hope we have a good time. What it then has is, it has responsibilities as well as enjoyments. And the responsibility then, I think Angela Raby has come up with an idea that actually is a nice idea. And the way we're trying to support you, it's difficult for us, and with my medical stuff, sometimes I get tired and I can't do it all. I try and reply and write to as many of you as I can, and sometimes I fail, and I apologise for the failure, but we can't, we're only two people here. And we haven't got a staff team, we haven't got a group of people writing on my behalf, and I don't like that anyway, because then that becomes like a kind of, some of these God channels that you think, the preacher's writing to you, but it's actually somebody else who's been delegated that, and I don't want, it can never turn into that, and it can never turn anything like that. We are what we are here with you, and we will try and support you. But it does mean community members can take responsibility for each other. And if at the moment you're not going to church, you can't get to church, or if you feel, it's not, this turns out to be like church, but without being churchy. It has a beginning, a middle, and end. I always end with a blessing, and we sing sometimes spiritual songs and sometimes secular songs that are part of my career over the years. And we try and look after each other. And there are people out there who you could look after. Angela Raby's come up with an idea. So what was it?
Yes, Angela wrote to me just earlier and said that she's been trying to think about how the community can communicate more easily with one another, particularly those who are in need, those who perhaps have got hospital appointments or are concerned about something. And first of all, she thought about WhatsApp, and then she realised that, well, most of us are all on Facebook together, aren't we? And so she thought that maybe setting up a Facebook group would be a good idea. So, and that would mean that you can all just communicate through that rather than communicating with us directly, although we're happy for that still to happen, I have to say. So yes, I think that's a great idea. Angela, I'm going to delegate you to be the one to set it up.
Set it up.
You've had the idea.
And people can join you. And for people who are not of faith, and do not feel condemned. You join.
It's not.
All right, and it's not just. It is not exclusive. We've never been that way, and we never will be. I've got to keep explaining that to people, because people used to say to me, "Oh, we don't get those kind of people in our church." What kind of people do we get in church? We get everybody in church. The arms are open wide, people. They don't have to show a membership card to get in here, okay? You are the member. The people that are members are people that turn up. And we love you unconditionally, and that means exactly that. So,
can I just say,
Angela Raby,
Rachel's just written to say that she and Claire will set up the group. I think that's good.
okay.
So they're happy to do the
Okay,
technical bits
Rachel
on
and
that.
Claire will
so
do
thank
that.
you, Rachel, for offering to do that.
Thank you for that. And then you join, and she'll make it clear what to do. Now,
Okay,
let me
on.
sing. Let me sing a song for
What you
this one. And stand by tonight, because tonight will be very different. It's going to be a phone in, and you could be the one. You could be the one being phoned. And it's not. I'm going to start about 9 o'clock, so you've got another half an hour. So stand by your phones. And if you're not phoned this time, you maybe next time. We're going to kind of try and get guests in at different points now, and you know, if you've got any ideas for other guests that you fancy seeing in here that we could contact, then. But somebody, Roger Webb, suggested Melania Trump to me. I would love to have her in.
I'm sure you would.
That would
Behave yourself.
That would entertain me no end.
Okay.
And in fact, I'll just say, if she wants, she can bring in her husband as well. So what do you think about that, Rog?
Okay, let's just move on, shall we? Before you
sorry?
go
Before
down a
what?
cul-de-sac somewhere.
So Melania Trump. I think actually be quite a nice idea of spoof guests we could get in. Any ideas right in now? Any guests that would be fantastic to bring in here?
Spoof guest.
Spoof guest. What spoof guest can we get in? I put this song out. Sue put this song out the other day, and unbelievable. We got about 3,500.
We did, and
hits.
I put it out because I just felt that there were a lot of people out there, like ourselves, who are struggling a bit at the moment, and it seemed just very appropriate, and how right that feeling was, because it just seems to have touched so many people. I particularly want to mention tonight Cindy Hill, Marion Gaff, and Jill. You're in hospital at the moment in Bristol, and we want to say this song is for you and for Cindy and Marion and everyone else who is struggling at the moment and just needs to be reminded that we have a friend in Jesus who understands everything that we're going through and is walking there with us.
What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear, all because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Have we trials and temptations? Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful who will all our sorrows share? Jesus knows our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. we weak and heavy laden, cumbered with a load of care, precious Savior, still our refuge, take it to the Lord in prayer. Do your friends despise, forsake you? Take it to the Lord in prayer. In his arms he'll take and shield you. You will find a solace there. Now on the album, that one, it's very big. It's like, those of you who've got it, it feels like a kind of James Bond theme we've made. Mark Edwards has...
Speaking of James Bond theme...
What?
John Dick came up with this wonderful idea.
Go on.
That you could be the next Bond. Not sure what Bond he means, whether it's
Basildon
Bond.
Yeah. The next Bond. Yeah. John, lovely to hear from you.
I'm sorry.
This is one of the songs we'll be rehearsing this week, and we'll be trying over the next, on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll be doing what's called pre-production. Pre-production means before we get in the studio, we know what the arrangements are going to do, and we can chart them out, write them out for the musicians, fantastic musicians, quartet, well, there's going to be there. And in the studio, and I think it's the 7th, 8th, 9th of September. And that's the plan, that we record then. And then we put vocals on top of that, and we start doing other things, and Mark starts doing his magic with the orchestrations and everything else. So we're meeting, and that's going to be this week. So your money is going to go to good use immediately,
straight away,
as we start to get into
for
this song.
For those of you who are sort of wanting to know what the link is for the new Facebook post, Claire's getting it sorted out. The group is set up, and the link will go up very soon. So don't worry about it, and you'll make sure we get it. Okay.
God on high, hear my prayer in my need. You have always been there. He's young, he's afraid. Let him rest. Heaven bless. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home. He's like the sun I might have known if God had granted me a son. The summers die one by one, how soon they fly, on and on, and I am old and will be gone. I die, let me die. Let him live, bring him home, bring him home, bring him home.
Wow, that's touched the part that other songs can't touch. Beautiful.
Do you like that?
Yeah, and lots of people did.
There's a lot of people like that one. And,
Lots of people liked it.
Any particular? No. I'm going to do. We're going to also do. So I'm going to do that one. So we've got so far, Piano Man, Autumn Leaves, The Falling Leaves, drift by my window, the falling leaves are red and gold. I see your lips, the sun, no kisses, the sunburned eyes. I used to know. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, you. When autumn leaves start to fall, and I miss you most of all. Oh, my darling, you. When autumn leaves start to fall, I'm sure with Mark and the band doing their thing, we'll have some real fun with that. Some beautiful mellow sounds.
You're in fine voice tonight, JV.
Is it all right?
Yeah.
It's fun, isn't it? And we're going to do Wonderful World. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, no, I love you, and you, and you, and I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, something like I might do, what a wonderful world. I mean, who knows what I'm going to do. Once we get in the studio, we'll play around and we'll do some stuff.
I'm going to dedicate that one to a couple of birthdays for this week.
Go for it.
So Valerie, your birthday was on the 27th. I picked up yesterday, and so happy birthday for them. And for our good friend Rachel, it's your birthday today, my dear. So happy birthday from us, and that one was for you.
That's brilliant. Was that Rachel?
Rachel Slough.
Hello, Rachel Slough.
Yes, my
Nice
old
to
boss.
see you. Yeah, your old boss. That's true.
Boss, yes.
We'll be doing also. Oh, tiny boy, the pipes are calling. In all my all the songs, and one of those most popular of songs. And I've never done it actually. Never done it. I've done the hymn version, which was on the
Hymns Project
1. And people love listening to that. So we're going to do that one, and we're going to do Smile, Smile, even though we're sinking. Smile. Let me just. Who can remember when the words of Smile? When there are clouds. There we go. Smile. And this. I was thinking about it as I was looking through this today. This is really difficult. It's a difficult song. Think about this. See, a lot of you are going through really difficult times. And a lot of people are going through, and they're going, and I don't think it's about going like this.
No.
Smiling is not about that, is it? It's about something which goes on in here rather than just on there. It's often shown in this, and we smile at various things. We smile at jokes and we smile at that. But when we're talking about something in the face of adversity. And I thought about this when it was written. This was written around about, it was, I think, just post-war, First World War.
Yes, I think it must have been.
So the people who'd gone through the First World War had never seen a war like this, a war to end all wars and all of that kind of stuff. They'd seen a generation of young men wiped out. And when people came back from the front, people didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to talk about it at all. And many people who I've spoken to who went through the second lot, your dad, he never spoke.
No, never.
Apart from to me...
Oh, a couple of stories, but generally he didn't want to talk about it.
He didn't want to talk about it.
No.
I think of another friend, Katie and John. John was told he never wanted to talk about it. And the horror of war, the pity of war, as W.H. Auden said, was it of those that die like cattle? What's his name? The war poet, First World War. And so there wasn't a lot to smile about through those generations. And yet, when you listen to stories your mother told, and stories that my Uncle Ted told, my surrogate grandfather who died when he was 91 in 19 73, and my surrogate grandmother, who died 13 years later. And she says, I don't know how we got through it, but we smiled, Johnny. We kept smiling. We'd meet people in the road and we'd smile and we'd go, the doodle bug missed us. And but the tragedy, in the face of tragedy, they found that.
There's something about finding gratitude in some of the small things in life, isn't there, as well? And
so that's it. And all of us are facing, and we're facing all kinds of nonsense, you and I, going on now. And it's difficult not to cry. And that's what, and a lot of people have written to us and they've just said, Marion Gaff, I send out big love to you, that you've had a difficult week this week. And it's difficult. I can't just say, smile, the earth is aching, smile, your nose breaking. But what these evenings do, again, it's about community, is that the community tries to smile a little together. Sue tries to be funny. She doesn't make me smile, that's for sure.
He doesn't like to admit it.
But it would be.
It was Wilfred Owen. Thank you, Kathy.
Wilfred, it was.
Yeah, I thought it was on the tip of my tongue.
Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. And we'll do something like this. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll be at by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through. Then I might go to. Light up your face with sadness, gladness. So we're going to really play with that one. That's going to go in there. Danny boy. We're going to do the Holy City. Last night I lay sleeping. There came a dream so fair. Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Lift up your gates and sing, Hosanna in the highest, Hosanna to your King. We can do that one. We'll orchestrate that one with the clever orchestra. We're all going to also do.
And this one, Lynn Arnie asked for. And I'd also like to just give a shout out to David Hicks and family, who've had a hard week this week, very hard week with losing your dad, David. We were thinking of you last week. And we just want to say that we are praying for you, we're thinking of you, and we know that this is hard, but...
Here's life in all its mystery, the beauty and the tragedy, the silence and the symphony and everything between. And deep inside the heart of man, the need to know and understand. Are we a part of some great plan, or just a passing dream? Philosophers philosophize, but rarely look you in the eyes. And politics is compromise, rides the ebb and flow. And money talks and fashion screams to fill the space inside your dreams. If you want something to believe, I'll tell you what I know. My maker is my savior, my creator is also my friend, and to find him, so sing, and his favor is all that matters in the end. Of the age decrees, we may not speak in certainties, but that's what Jesus is to me, the bedrock of my soul, a Savior who can really save, power stronger than the grave, the greatest gift I'll ever have, the deepest joy I know. My Maker is my Savior, my Creator is also my friend, and to find Him and His favor is all that matters in the end. Oh, my Maker is my Savior, my Creator is also my friend, and to find Him and His favor is all that matters. It's all that matters. He's all that matters in the end.
We'd also like to say hi to Linda with that one. Linda, you are our beloved lady who comes and sorts out our house for us.
Our house for us.
And we are so grateful. And we
Thank
know
you, Linda.
that you love that
We love
one.
you lots.
So that one's for you and your family. Your
Now-
family watching.
Now, let's just do something completely different, as they say. And I've given you a list of the songs that we're going to do. I think more or less we're going to put Go Peaceful in there, and The Lord Bless You as well. And then remember, they're only limited, and we're going to go, You've Got a Friend, and we're going to do that in a minute. But before we do, we're going to phone...
A friend.
We're going to phone a friend. Have we got a lyric? There we are.
Let's phone a friend.
Let's phone a
It's very
friend.
Chris Tarrant, isn't it?
Now, when I phone, it's important that you do follow my instructions, which is, if you are watching on a screen now, then you go into a different room, because there's a delay between the time that we get it in there and then when we speak to you. So you'd have all kinds of feedback and problems. So if your phone rings in the next few minutes, next half hour or so, it will almost definitely be me, unless
It's a family from Calgary ringing you.
or it might be the DHSS phoning you, wanting their money back. But let's just imagine it's me. We're just all we're going to do. It's not an interview. It's just, and you're not going to be on camera. It's only going to be on the phone. All right. So just have a chat. We're trying to go.
Start rushing off and brushing your hair.
We don't care what you look like. You could be in your pajamas. I was thinking of doing that myself, actually. I was in my dressing gown until
about half an hour ago.
I was. It truly was. I went and shaved. Look at this. Look. I did that at 10 to 8. I rushed up to the booth. Sue said, you can't do it in that time. Look at that.
And he did.
Smooth as a baby's. And armpit. Exactly. So, now let's have a look. I'm just going to phone you. Stand by and have a chat with me. Here it is. Phoning a friend. Never done this before, by the way. Could absolutely fall flat on our face. Nobody's in. Or you'll just go, I don't want to talk to him.
Nobody answers. No one wants to talk to you.
Right, here we go. This is... Oh, no answer.
Next one on the list.
Right, next one on the list. Okay, and we go. And this is just so that we know what we're doing. Oh, here we go.
There he is.
Oh, he is.
Hello.
Oh, where are you?
Oh, the
Yeah,
suspense
there
is
we go.
killing
Here
me.
he is.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello, John Dick. Is that you?
How's it going, Mr. Vieira?
Aye, hello. Don't you, Mr. Vieira, and me? You know.
Sorry, Mr. Bond.
Aye, Mr. Is that an idea? Is that of yours? Me being James Bond.
Well, now that you're an international superstar,
Aye.
in 27 countries,
Aye.
I just thought that might happen.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's always a possibility, Johnny. And I thought it's a nice idea because, let's be honest, I've got all the physical attributes required. Okay.
You've got the looks.
The looks, and I could kill a man with one look.
With one note.
One note. Actually, that's nice, Johnny. That's very nice. I like it. Now, I don't know why I phoned you. I put you down as a good laugh because I also, up in Scotland, I just wanted to have a wee kind of, a wee temperature feel of what it's like to be there. Because it's minus 15 down here.
Well, it's been beautiful today. We had our summer on Friday.
You're joking. That was it, was it?
Yeah, so it's gone.
Well, but John, it's just a quickie. I just wanted to kind of... well, yes. First of all, how's your mum?
Yeah, so thank you to everyone who was praying for Mum. We got good news that the cancer had been removed, but we are just basically waiting to find out what happens next in terms of some chemotherapy. Yes. So that's what we're waiting on.
That's where you're at. Yeah, that's where you're at. Now, how is she and herself?
Yeah, she's doing great. She's a great attitude, my mum. I'm a big fearty, as they say up here. I'm scared of needles in hospitals, but my mum hasn't been in hospital since I was born.
Oh my goodness.
And she just is soldiering on. But really, the prayer support, the love, the care, it really has gone far. So thank you.
It's been a pleasure, John, and I know that people have just been following, along within the community. It's been quite interesting. You've been one of the most wonderful supporters of this community from the beginning. You're the one who did the mugs. I'm pointing at the mugs right now, and got them all sorted. People out there who were drinking from JV mugs. That's your company. We were grateful for it, but we were more grateful for your endorsement of what we were doing. And it was, as a minister up there in Scotland, how are things?
Yeah, so life up here is very different. We've got the restrictions that we can open church, but we've decided not to because the restrictions are just crazy. Yeah. So we're hoping that soon things will change. But these Sunday nights have been a real refresher for me, full-time in ministry, full-on in ministry, working harder than we ever have. And you guys are just bringing light into a dark time. So that's why we've got behind you guys. And hearing your guests like Lisa and Sue and all these guys, the Bishop of York. Who was that guy, the big top bishop guy? He was amazing. Yeah. I need to meet him.
Bishop of Leeds, Nick Baines.
These nights have just been inspirational. And my wife laughs at me because I sit in my chair at 8 o'clock and nothing disturbs me until you're finished.
Well, we love you, John, and we just want... We give our I hate this when people say this, but give our love to Cumberland and Old, and give our love to Scotland, because it's been a pleasure you being part of this community, and we send you our love and support for your mum and your family at this time.
Brilliant.
And just for what you're doing up there, John, you're a good laugh as well. You'll be doing online services throughout, and I know you've been running funerals that have been really difficult for you, and community stuff. So more power to your elbow, and we send big love to you. Anything you want to say, Sue?
I just want to find out, by the way, when my photo shoot is for the front cover of the album.
About that, and it is coming. It's just a little bit. We're just a little bit behind the curve on that one.
Okay.
But hold on. We're getting interference. Hello, John. We seem to have lost John, sadly, and John.
Well, my online petition is at 15 people so far.
Yeah. So, okay, 15. That many.
Yeah.
Gosh,
not bad.
You're really Mr. Popular, aren't you? Well, and stand by this weekend, because how great they are, and on a hill far away, Old Rugged Cross from Premier. Who knows where that's going to be? Whether that's going to be. Up there winning that one and getting the support of the community. John, we've got to move on and go and talk to some other people.
Take care, guys.
God bless you.
Thanks for everything you do. Claire and Rachel, you guys are awesome, and we'll speak to you soon.
Bless you, mate. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See, that's what I like about a phone-in.
Yeah, it's great.
And a phone-in, and it gets right now. I'm going to write now. Now, who is going to be
next? They were all breathing a sigh of relief because they said, right, let's all switch their phone back on again now.
Well, no, you can now. Stand by.
Yeah, we'll stand by your beds again.
Who is it we're phoning now?
Who is it?
Who is it? And are they there? Or are they out in the swimming pool?
Are they running out the room?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Carol, darling. How are you?
Hi there. It's great to hear your voice, Jonathan.
Yeah. Well, I can't do South African. I'm very, very bad on South African. I can't do the
South
accent.
African?
All right. I can't do it. So I'm not going to try. Okay. I've got South Africans next door, and they always laugh when I try and do it. They said it always sounds like Australian. So let's not. Carol.
Yes. Hello.
Just both Carol and Alan
Yes.
Friedrichsen. We bless you. We came to your church how long ago? I can't remember.
It was
a year.
June last year.
June last year, and it was
Yes.
you run a really hard-working, get down in the community branch of the Sally Army out there in Colchester.
That's correct. Yes.
And it was it was a tiny audience, but the best audience.
Yeah.
They were just. You were such a wonderful pair of people that you left an impression on us. And
that's very kind.
You've
very
done that. Anyway, how are things, my love? How are things going?
Yes, it's really good. One of the great privileges that we've had since lockdown began was to continue feeding some of the most vulnerable members of our community. And we've been able to do that twice a week throughout lockdown, on a Thursday morning for a couple of hours and on a Sunday morning for a couple of hours also. And it's been great to just come alongside some of those folk in a completely different way, and to hear their stories and get to know them as people, really, and to just receive as much blessing from them, if the truth be told, as we've been able to do in some small way from our side as well.
Yeah, that's... Have there been travails for you in this lockdown period, as well as those kind of blessings that you've talked about?
Well, Alan and I are both pastors at heart. We love being with people. We love sharing the love of God with them. We love just journeying with them. And obviously there have been so many restrictions in place in these last few months. So we haven't been able to have the full-on church services that obviously would normally form the backbone of our week. And it's only recently that we've actually been able to, meet face-to-face with most of our congregation in the pastoral situation.
Yeah.
So that has been really hard. We've kept in touch with phone calls and newsletters and Facebook broadcasts as well. But it's not the same as sitting... No. Together face to face, is it? So,
no, it will never replace. It was what David Bracewell, he came on and said, it will never be. This is never church. Finally, it's never.
Yes.
Now it is. This acts as church for people who can't get out, and it does.
Absolutely,
and that's great.
Absolutely.
But
yeah.
The human touch and the human connection that we make when we're face to face, and we can read people. I mean, one of the things that my sadness is the masks. Is that now you can't read people's face?
Yes. Yes.
It's difficult to see what's going on.
Absolutely.
It really is, and I suppose you have to pray for more wisdom to know whether somebody's friendly or not friendly. Who knows? I just wanted to phone you and say to you, from my own our own personal point of view, thank you for your continued encouragement with the community. And you've got one community, which is your church, and this extended community.
Absolutely. What a blessing. What a blessing.
It is, actually, and it's a great thing. Both you and Alan has been an encouragement all the way along, and we wanted you to know that we are aware of it, and we want you to be blessed in the ministry that you continue to do. And we give a big shout out to the Salvation Army, that are some of the hardest working in our religious community, just getting down with people. They don't have a lot of money, there's not a lot of resources, and they do. And sometimes I thank the staff, so we thank you. Thank you for this. I just wanted that opportunity to say that, really. And
well, that's great, and we will continue. We will
continue, and we'll be in touch. Anyway, I've got to go. I've got other people to phone, Carol. I can't just sit here talking to old buddies like this. Just give a big kiss to Alan, and
I will.
All right, and tell him tack for aften. He's Danish, everybody. I just thought tack for aften, and to Maria, who's out there in Denmark now. Tack for aften, Maria. Tack for aften. Okay. Thank you for this
brilliant.
evening. Okay. God bless you.
Thank you. You too, both of you. Love you lots. Bye for now.
Bye. And now, who should we phone next to? I know who we're going to phone. Now, this couple is just been a very loyal and faithful.
There are so many that fit that description, my darling.
True.
I don't know
Here
who
we
you're
go.
talking about.
No, there's so many people. Let me see if they're watching. Hopefully they are watching. Oh. Hello, is that Rachel?
Yes.
Hello, Rachel.
darling.
This is JV here. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I can't believe this.
You're live on the live stream.
Live.
Going out to thousands of people right now and all over the world. I don't want you to feel in any way pressured. No, Rach, how you doing?
We're good, thank you. Yes, keeping well.
Keeping well.
Surviving.
And how's P at the moment?
He's not too bad. He's got a few little niggles at the moment. We're just waiting to hear from his consultant. He's got to have another scan, very soon, hopefully, if they can fit him in.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's all right. It's just little bits and problems that we have, but he's getting there. Bless him.
You are a couple that is quite amazing. You follow us around. Whenever you come to the east of England, and this is the second call to the east of England, you stalk me. You are my professional stalkers,
Yes.
and I love it. And I love you being there. And you turn up with your own difficult times, and often. And P is always brings his oxygen canister with him. And the first time I saw it, I thought,
He's brought his packed
my
lunch.
goodness, he's brought his packed lunch, and it was everything.
Well, it is. It's his tea. He carries it around with him for 12
Carries it
hours
round.
like every evening.
But
Yeah.
how have you guys been doing over this lockdown?
Relatively well, actually. I mean, where we live, we've got a huge, great garden, so we can be out and about without feeling that we need to be out in the community as such, out in public. So that's helped, it really has. But I mean, we're really still in lockdown because P's not allowed out still. His consultant said, not to venture out just yet. So we're still here, but as I say, we're okay. I mean, I've been out to see my mum because she's at home on her own as well, but having to socially distance from her as well, really. So we've been sitting in the garden.
That's hard as well, isn't it? That's hard with mum.
It is, yeah. But I mean, I speak to her, once or twice a day, and my sisters, obviously, we all ring, and the grandchildren all call her as well, so to keep her occupied. But yeah, it's hard, isn't it? I mean, some people have had it a lot worse than we have, but we're coping fine.
And that is why I love you guys, because despite all the stuff that's going on with you, you always, that's the smile I was talking about. You smile and you come to the show and you're there. You make the effort and you're there. You're like Roy and Sally who were listening. Roy and Sally, they bring people to the show. They just come and they smile. So go on, you were going to say.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, through all of this, I mean, you guys have always been a blessing to us, and I must, for P especially, he loves hearing you sing.
Sorry, stop there.
Whether it's live or...
Stop. What do you mean P? He particularly. What about you, Rachel?
I love you, look.
That's great.
No, we do.
No,
that's why we're there, because it's such a blessing and so uplifting, and it just keeps you going, really, and that blessing carries on. Do you know what I mean? It stays with you. So, hearing you over the last few.
Yeah, that's what we try to do.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's been like the last few months. You've helped so many people through very difficult times. So and is what people need. It's just that little lift, I suppose. That little blessing to get them through.
Because it's not much, but it's a couple of hours, and then it helps them through the next day or so, or 2 days. And
yes, exactly.
And Pete, thank you. I'm going to move on, but I just want to get you to give a big hug and a kiss to P, and we wrap our arms around you and say bless you and all that you do for other people in spite of what's going on for you. So bless you and
bless you.
Thank you for your
be in
love.
contact
you too,
soon.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah, take care.
Yes,
And
thank
you,
you.
my love.
Lots of
Bye-bye
love.
now.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. I like this.
This is great. People are loving it, actually. And people are pointing out that they know these people
Yes.
but don't know them. And that's the strange thing about this community, isn't it? It's when you're in church, you know what people look like, you know what people sound like, and suddenly you just don't know who these people are.
They
And
are.
then
You don't.
Now you're hearing from the comedian and from the carers. And
Comedian? What, John Dick? No, he's not a comedian. He thinks he's a comedian. That's different. Hello. Might that be Rob Barron?
Hello.
Hello, Rob
I
Barron.
was getting worried then. I thought this might be Amazon asking me if I wanted to pay $39.95 again.
Yes, actually, that's the worry, isn't it, Rob? It could be Amazon. It could be Amazon or the DHSS or some other organisation trying to get. Rob, my darling, how are you?
I am very, very well, and my wife is very, very well.
Hello, Di. Nice to see you here. Well, we considered it. I considered, Rob, putting you on, on FaceTime or something. But then I realised what you look like, and I thought we can't do that to people.
just like you.
It's a face for radio. You are a mini me, aren't you? You're a kind of. We're brothers from a different mother.
You know, I just don't keep pushing it, you see, because I'm still expecting to be on the front cover along with John Dick. So.
Oh, right. How are you? Oh, right. Oh, that's the thing. Front cover of the album. Absolutely.
We're brothers from different mothers, you know.
Yeah, we are. We definitely are. Rob, for those of you who don't know, Rob, he did an interview with me on Hope FM. He's been interviewing me for years. He just did that Hope FM interview. Rob, how are things? I understand things are not so great because of unemployment again. Is that right?
Yeah, unfortunately so, yes. I've been made redundant, and my wife is being made redundant as well. But it's not as bad as it sounds, because I teach in a Christian language school, and as you know, and we're still hopeful that come about January, when people are able to travel again and so on, that we'll be able to reopen the school. So then I'll get my job back. So,
okay. Right, so it will be. By the way, I just need to know what's Christian language? Is that a language we don't speak apart from anything else?
It's when we say things like "Bless you, my brother."
Bless you, my brother.
You washed in
Nobody
the blood
understands
of the Lamb?
what that means.
Which sounds a bit disgusting, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? So it's not as bad as it may seem, and there is hope in the future. For that.
Yeah, there's always hope. We've got a great God.
And that is what you celebrate. Actually, you right at the beginning of this whole episode when you got coronavirus and died, and you were in hospital on a respirator. I think, were you on a respirator? I can't remember. Di
was on the respirator, the ventilator,
and it was sounded like a nightmare, and it was that nightmare. One of you, then two of you, you were in the hospital at the same time. That's right. Just briefly,
Johnny. Yeah. Just before you do, I just want, because this is a great opportunity for me to be able to say this publicly to all the members of the community, the JV community, of which we are so pleased to be a part of. Thank you all so much for all your prayers when we needed it most.
Well, bless you, mate. You don't choke me up.
It was amazing, amazing how people got behind us and prayed for us. Yeah. And we are now walking 5, 6, 7 miles a day.
Goodness.
Which is ridiculous.
That is actually, that is such great news. And just briefly, in a minute, could you give a reflection on how you're feeling about lockdown now, and what your future is and how you're feeling, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, Johnny, and we just have to go with it. We have to do what they tell us to do, and we just keep on praying for anybody that we know that is affected by it, and we just keep moving forward. But we never lose hope. We never lose heart, because, as I said before, we know our God, and He's going to see us through this, just like He sees us through so many other things. So we're just going to keep going.
Okay, mate. Bless you. It's lovely to talk to you, and I think that's lovely. It's lovely reflection. Be good, and we'll be in contact. Okay.
Bless you guys. God bless.
Bye.
Yes, bye. And that's and I would also just add, there was I'm going to sing a song. We're going to sing a song and then do a couple of other people. And the song we're going to do is part of you that what you're going to have to sing.
Yes. Now, guys, this is the one that you are going to be joining us on, okay? So we'll talk about the technical side of it at a later point, but you better get practicing because you're going to be joining in on the chorus as I do normally.
And so the chorus goes, you just call, you just, and I think we'll work it out. You just call out my name. So there's a, you just beat. Call out my name. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3. You just call out my name. And you know wherever I am, I'll come running. I'll come running to see you again. To see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall. Winter, spring, summer or fall. All you gotta do is call. And I'll be there. And I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. And it might be, I'll sing, and I'll be there. Because it's very high.
It's very high.
And then you join.
It's a bit muscular.
You've got a friend. All right. So if I start, when you're down and troubled, and you need some love and care, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. Or we can do it quite slowly. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall. Winter, spring, summer or fall. All you gotta do, all you got is call. I'll sing this bit, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Now you've got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds. Sing this line, Sue.
And that old north wind begins to blow.
Keep going.
Keep your head together now.
I'll do this one. And call my name out loud. Together. Soon I'll be knocking at your door. All together. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you
And desert you.
and take your soul if you let them, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, time, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend. Oh, darling, you got a friend. You got a friend. Oh, darling, you sing. You got a friend. Keep going. Oh, my sweet darling. You got a friend. Oh, darling, you got a friend. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a friend. Now, I don't know what you feel in Wales, but that was quite good from where I was sitting. So, Cardiff, how are you out there?
Fantastic.
In Scotland. You know, I hope so. I know. Why? Go on.
Oh, carry on.
Oh,
Carry on.
no. If
No,
you've
no,
got
no.
things to say,
I've got things to
say
say.
it.
I'm just very aware,
What?
and I don't know whether Rachel is ready and poised for this one, but there was a sort of thing that you posted on Facebook this week of
Yeah.
a gentleman playing a particular song.
Oh, there we go.
And there were a number of us, including myself, that thought it would be quite fun to
Yeah,
see
I
if
thought you
JV could do something like this. So we are about to have something new
Well,
called
just.
What Can JV Play in Various Styles Community Challenge. So this week, we challenged you to see if you could play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star
You have
in
no
various
idea.
styles. Go on, you could do it. Thanks, Rob. Wow, that was seriously impressive, JV.
Was it?
Seriously impressive. Oh, yes, they all loved it. Rob said, have you got a CD player under there that you're miming to? So that was pretty good going. There were a few other stars that they were throwing out that...
I'm sure. What else was there?
Ragtime was one of them. Country and Western was another one. So,
right, now, just
but
one more
Rachel's
call.
also asked that you... That asked the community to come up with a different idea. For
Oh,
next
have
week.
they? You know, I love this work that she's doing on my behalf.
It's easy, isn't it? You know.
One more call, and then we're gonna might try this again. I think people are liking
People
this.
enjoyed this. Oh, they all
Maybe
gone to
she's
bed.
not answering.
Gone to bed.
Maybe. Yeah.
Hi there.
Hello, is that Annie?
It is indeed. Hello, JV.
Hello, Anne. How are you doing? You didn't expect this, did you?
Well, every time the phone's rung and somebody else, you've rung and it hasn't rung, and I thought, oh, that's let me off the hook tonight.
And it's, we're making lists, and I came across you, and I thought, I've got to find out. You're up in the northeast. We've had Scotland, northwest. We've had down in Colchester. We've had down in the southwest. So where are we? Where are you exactly?
We are 3 miles short of the Scottish border, so the most northerly town in England.
Which is what?
It's Berwick-upon-Tweed.
Berwick-upon-Tweed.
Or if I'm being very precise, which I really ought to be, I'm in Tweedmouth because we're on the other side of the river to Berwick.
Well, far be it from me to be. I mean, I wanted practically a geographical location to the last 51 times longitude and 72 latitude. Anne.
Well, apparently we're 1 degree north of Ayr, so we're further north than quite a lot of Scotland.
Right, my goodness, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. After all our travelling up there, it's up there, isn't it? So, Anne, how are you both? How are you getting on up there?
We're both good, thank you. There's been quite a few things tonight that have resonated with me. Tonight it was quite interesting you playing Smile.
Oh, right.
Because I've been going through photograph albums today. You know that Mum died about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago nearly. And so we're having a memorial service soon in Colchester.
Oh, gosh, in Colchester. Oh, gosh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where her home was until just a couple of years ago. So I've been going through photograph albums and making a montage.
Yes.
Because she hated having her photograph taken with an absolute passion, so there aren't many to choose from. And actually it was really nice because I found several with her smiling, which was even more rare on a photograph for her to be smiling.
Yeah.
So that was quite special. And then we'll get some copied and we'll give them to her friends.
Yes. And quite tearful times or remembering?
Sorry?
Quite tearful times, remembering or not?
Well, yeah, actually, to be honest, most of the times were when we were too small for me to remember, but it was still good looking through anyway and thinking actually, because the minister who's taking the service didn't know her, so I've basically written the biography, and it was quite hard because, as I think you know, Mum didn't have the happiest life in some ways. I mean, nothing terrible, but not that easy either. So I was feeling quite sad quite a lot of the time that things could have been much better for her. But in fact, actually, it was good seeing that there were times when she was cheerful and smiling and laughing. And my sister's standing here and nodding and waving at you, by the way, as well.
Hello, Ruth. How are you?
So,
is she there?
How are you, Ruth? He says.
Yes. Good.
Yes, she says she's good. Thank you.
She's good. Well, we wanted to kind of clock in to see how you were doing. I'm glad that, I mean, these are happy and sad times, aren't they? And both times, and well, for most people, not very happy at all being isolated. Have you been just staying at home? Have you been going out? What have you been doing?
I've mostly been home, partly because I'm fortunate in that I've been able to pick up. I was approached to work again. You know that for the last umpteen years I've worked with mostly on the phone with bereaved people, giving them information and advice about all sorts of things. So over the last few weeks I've started doing that again, mostly on a web chat. Which
through an organisation, or through just you on your own?
It's through a small not-for-profit organisation,
yes.
So it's not a charity. But a couple of girls who got this going, so much smaller scale than I was doing before, but it's still good and it's reaching some folk who otherwise wouldn't necessarily have access to.
People listening tonight who have lost, or with people who are going to be, and somebody else asked me to mention people who were planning for end-of-life care now, and all that involves. Where can they find you?
Okay, the service is called National Bereavement Service.
Okay, National Bereavement Service. We'll get that. Rachel and Claire, could you just mark that down so we can put that down in the notes? National Bereavement Service. Excellent. They're just giving the thumbs up.
Yeah. Excellent. So it's a not-for-profit company, and it has links with commercial companies if people want those services, but there's no hard sell.
No. Okay, great. That could be really useful.
And there's free information. Yeah, free information and advice as well.
Thank you. I know you've been doing this for many years, and so you are a real kind of mine of information. Look, we've got to. I'm glad. Thank you for talking to us and just keeping in touch. And thank you for watching the show. And we hope we can come up there again when things open and we can do a show up there again. We would love to do that again. Love to Ruth, and big love from both Sue and I. We've known, by the way, Anne for probably 38 years, something like that.
Before we were married.
Before we were married.
Indeed, before you were married. I was remembering the other day that it was Sue that introduced me to the horrors of McDonald's.
May you be forgiven.
We went to see Return of the Jedi at Tottenham Court Road because she had to be out of her flat because her flatmate was having a meet the fiance's parents evening.
This is fantastic. I'm loving this, Anne.
And rather than just come round, we went out and we had a big night out on the town. And she said to me, "You've never had a McDonald's?" And I said, "No." She said, "Right," she said, and took me in hand.
Can I stop you now and saying, this programme is sponsored by McDonald's restaurants. Thank you. All right, just... Sorry, that's made me laugh out loud. I love that. The idea that Sue introduced you to the Big Mac large fries and the Diet Coke, not forgetting the apple pie.
No. No, fillet of fish.
Oh,
fillet of fish, please. No Big Mac.
You know, this is descended into madness. It's come from bereavement to madness. That's how we like it on this show.
That sounds about me.
And thank you.
Can I just say, this is not sponsored by McDonald's.
This is not
for legal reasons. I have to say, this is
not sponsored by McDonald's. Okay, right. This is not sponsored. Absolutely not sponsored by McDonald's. All right. Anne, bless you. We're going to have to go, and we're coming to the end of the show. But lovely, Sue's blowing a kiss and thanking you for that first taste.
And hugs from us to you.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Bless you. Thanks, Anne. Bye.
Bye.
How about that then?
What are you planning to do? Because I've got a little announcement to make.
Go on then, Michael.
So Stuart McCready is another guy who's a regular, and we will not speak to him tonight, but I think we might speak to him another time.
I was going to speak to you
He sent me
tonight.
something that he would like me to communicate to the community, and this is that he works at a retreat, and he wants to point out that there are retreat bursaries available for NHS staff. So the Association for Promoting Retreats would like to thank NHS staff and care workers for their tireless care throughout the coronavirus pandemic. And as a thank you, they want to give some bursaries so some of these people can go and have a retreat. If you want to know more, then contact Stuart McCready. He's on the link.
Or
He's often
via us.
commenting. He's often being very rude, actually. Or you can write to us and we'll forward you on to Stuart. But that's a great thing to know about.
Thank you,
So
Matt.
if you're an NHS worker, care worker, or you know someone who could really use a retreat, that would be fantastic.
And
What a good
Stuart,
thing.
ironically, you were the next on the list. But we've run out of time, I want to talk to you. And Stuart will be a great person. I'm going to get him on, and we're going to talk about the value of retreats, and what that means. You know, what in a Christian world do we retreat, or do we retreat to advance, and all of that kind of stuff. Lots of things. And the place that he's in, if they're offering bursaries, take one. It's a beautiful place in Henley. Down by the river, and get in contact with him if you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, if you've got any links with the NHS.
We should have been doing one at Pleshy, shouldn't we? Just this week or last week,
retreat.
actually.
We should have been doing that.
We should have been doing a music week.
Sue,
some other notices. Sorry, I get the boring bits really. I just want to put up again the group link that Claire has been sorting out for us. So be part of something special. Join the JV Community official Facebook group. And it is facebook.com/groups/JV Community Official, all one. So we look forward to as many of you as possible joining in with that. But we will make sure that we put that out so that you've got that. But do you know what I think is amazing? That it gets mentioned, and those girls, they work on it so hard. And here we have a group provided for us. They are absolutely incredible. And we could not do what we're doing without them.
And actually, exactly things like Stuart, people like Anne, who suddenly, it's like a public notice board. And we're saying this for people who do great things. We're going to publicly give you a shout. If you have a service that you can offer to people online or offline, or if you're a painter, a decorator, and you're trustworthy in the house and you could help people out. There are people that we know that will need a helping hand. There's one guy at the moment that we have, Pete Jeweller's out there, and we had a lovely lunch with him. Not forgetting Patrick Gillespie. Patrick, sorry, I forgot what I suddenly just forget your name. Patrick Gillespie, lovely to see him. He's a great guy, really interesting guy. He's going to come on and he's going to do a program for us later in the term on addiction and things like that, and getting over addiction and trying to live with it and all of that kind of stuff. We've got some really interesting people coming up in the next few weeks. We've also got the idea of the JV Helping Hand Trust, which I'm seeing somebody about that, a lawyer, just going to chat with him over the legalities of it, but we are going to hopefully get that set up so you can put monies into
it's up
it.
there on the screen, that if you would like to donate some money to us to help us out, then that's great.
Right.
It's paypal.me//Jonathan Vera, and 25% of everything that you give, we will pass on to this You've Got a Friend fund. And
so it's putting it into a separate account, and then that will go.
So we will be going out as gifts to help people over particular difficulties. It won't be huge amounts, but they will just be little things just to help you out. So that will be going on. If you are interested in any CDs and so on, if you've not got anything of JV at home, then you really do need something of JV. So You Raise Me Up is his inspirational album. And,
which had things like When I Survey,
yes,
Wondrous Cross.
That's got When I Survey. You Raise Me Up is on there. How Great
Thou
Art.
Art, which hopefully, who knows what will happen tomorrow.
Premier are running this competition, not the competition, but this sort of our 50 favourite hymns countdown over 3 days over the weekend. And we've not been featured in the previous, or Jonathan has not been featured in Saturday or Sunday, so hopefully we'll be featured in Monday. So maybe, who knows? We don't know. Another one, Travelling Songs, is great. It's just a very nice feel, and I know that a number of you really love this album.
It's got on it what's the
His Eye on the Sparrow.
His Eyes on the Sparrow. And a lot of very funky
beautiful
tunes.
If you're looking for something to cheer you up, can I just recommend Jonathan's books? It took us a long time to write them, but it's worth it. They are very readable, they are fun, and you can't put them down once you've started reading them. So many, many others. On the website, it's up there, www.jonathanvera.com. And you can listen to the songs. You can't read the books, but you can listen to the songs. And they're just £8 for everything apart from the latest Hymns Project one, which is £10. But that is so cheap, and you won't get anything cheaper out there in the market at the moment. But we've got a cupboard full, and that we just want to get rid of it all. So thank you very much.
Go peaceful in gentleness through the violence of these days. Give freely, show tenderness in all your ways. Through darkness, in troubled times, let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame. God speed you, God lead you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. May you be known by love.
Be righteous, speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies.
Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes. God hold you, enfold you, and keep you wrapped around his heart. may you be known by love. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace and give you his peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you and be gracious to you. Be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace and give you his peace. God bless you. See you next week.